Hey guys, this is Kayla with Becky's Graphic Design in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I'm going to teach you how to have more fun with your bullets when it comes to exporting a ebook. Not necessarily from InDesign, you can use this any way that you generate an ebook, but I am going to start from InDesign for my own purposes because generally I'm working on books when I'm doing this. So by default, here is what a completely generic bullet list looks like. Now you might be saying, well, yeah, of course you can change the bullet style and the paragraph styles. Okay, great. Let's go look at that over here. Let's make this bigger first of all so we can see it. All right, let's go to our bullet and numbering options. Now if you'll note, we can indeed add more bullet characters, but only some of them are going to be usable when it comes to an ebook. Let me show you. You see these right here? That little U, that stands for Unicode. If something is Unicode, then that means you can indeed use it as an ebook bullet. You see the little U there? That means it would work by default. These ones will not. These ones are going to come in as a regular round bullet. If we are brave enough to do just a little bit of programming, we can add whatever Unicode character we would like into our ebook. Just for the sake of fun, we're going to select our little leaf character and see if it will come into our ebook. We're going to click OK. And yes, we can see now that we have our little leaf set as our bullet. Now let's go ahead and export this as a reflowable EPUB. Okay, we're just going to leave everything at default and let this export out. Okay, here we are. Now you might say, aha! Kayla, look, it did export with the leaves. Unfortunately, this is just what is being considered the cover because it rasterized the first page. This is the actual text. As you can see, this did not export with the leaves. This is just a regular bullet list, while the ebook is considering this the cover. So how do we make our ebook accept other fun Unicode designs? Well, let's go open up our ebook file in Sigil. Now, I do not consider myself a programmer in any way, shape, or form, but with a little bit of modification to the styles of an ebook, we can make things look a lot different with just a little bit of effort. If you do not have Sigil, you can download it for free here on sigil-ebook.com. This tool is excellent for editing specifically ebooks. Let's go ahead and open up our test ebook in Sigil. Generally, when you open up any kind of EPUB, especially if it's exported from InDesign, Sigil's going to tell you, hey look, this EPUB has some HTML files that weren't written very well. You want us to fix that for you? I always let it fix it for me. It does a great job. I will click OK. Alright, now there's not much to this ebook. There's only a cover and then a couple lines of text. What do we need to go to? We are going to look at our styles on the side over here. We're going to open up the first style sheet. If you have a very long ebook, you might see multiple style sheets. Generally, you're going to be looking at the first one. Alright, now what do we got in here? The only style we have is our bullets. Easy enough. Now we can see there's a couple of things going on in here. First of all, we have the color of the bullets. That's easy enough to understand. We have the font. We have the font size. Now, EM is a relative size. 1 EM is the default. If you choose 3 EM, it's going to be 3 times bigger than the default. Or if you do 5 EM, 5 times bigger than the default, it's just going to increasingly make it bigger. EM is a good sizer to use when you are going to be utilizing mobile devices because it will be relative to the device, not necessarily to a pixel size that you set. There's a couple of things that we need to add in here. First of all, we're going to make our list style position outside. Then we are going to add one more line. We're going to make the list style itself be none because we are adding another one. Now make sure when you're adding new lines of text that you are following the same format as before. You want to have the style indicator, a colon, whatever it is you're saying, and then a semicolon at the end that indicates the end of a line. We also want to make sure that the text decoration is set to none. This is because we are going to be adding something custom. Next, we are going to add directly after our bullet style. We're going to add a bullet before style. I'm going to paste this in here and then zoom in where you can see it. This is what you need to add in order to add a custom bullet. What is this highlighted thing that I have going on here? This is the actual Unicode that is going to generate the custom bullet. Currently, this Unicode is set for a heart. What if we wanted something else? It's pretty easy to go find Unicode tables anywhere online. Let's see what happens if we add something completely custom. Kind of like, let's try this recycle symbol right here. I'm going to go ahead and paste this in. Let's add that number instead into our Unicode list. We're going to save our document. And now we're going to go reopen it again in Kindle Previewer 3. This is still not working. Let's go back to our code and see what's going on. Ah, I see it. I failed to check that my list before style matched my actual main style. See how this one is called list.bullets? And this one is called list.bodybullets. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for list.bullets, before. There we go. Now we should be having a better time. Okay, now we are still not seeing those hearts. I know they're there, but we're still not seeing them, and I think it has something to do with our margins. I think they're actually going off the edge of the page. I'm going to paste in some margin settings from another ebook that I used before, where we're now, there they are. Yep, you see on our previewer on the side over here? Okay, so they were flying off the side of the page. So I added some margin settings. Here's what I did. 9, 32, 0, and 5 for the bottom, left, right, and top. All right, now let's try this again with the other Unicode that we were looking at. There we go, there's the black heart. And what were some of the other ones we were trying? Ah, there's the sun symbol, very good. Let's get crazy and try the recycling symbol. Ah, it actually is popping up. So let's try opening this up again with the recycle symbol in Kindle Previewer 3 and see if a Kindle device would actually accept this. Well, would you believe it? That's actually working. All right, everybody. I'm going to leave this right here for just a second so you can see all of the settings I used to make this happen. Now, of course, you could come in here and modify some of this, like the color. You could modify the size. I would recommend leaving all of these the same. Definitely need the list style position to be outside, list style none. And then, of course, this is where you go in and add the Unicode symbols, which you can just go look up the numbers for each of these online. There's millions of web pages that all have the same thing. But other than that, I hope you find this helpful. Have fun out there adding custom bullet symbols to your books, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.